Okay guys, so graves, they tell you some interesting information about the person who died in the box below, but there are some interesting facts about grave that you might want to know. Wow, that almost rhymed! What's up guys, my name is Dave Wapple, this is FTD Facts, another weekend edition, yeah! We're talking about graves. By the way, if you guys want to be cremated, hit that like button. I know I want to do that and get shot out into space. Also, if you had like a doctor tell you like right now, dude, you're gonna die tomorrow, what would you guys do? Would you spend it with the family? Would you go blow money on hookers and blow? Or would you do something great for the community? Either way guys, let's get fact attack, let's get right to it. Woo! Before the 19th century, there was no such thing as graveyards. Yes, there were graves, there were just no graveyards. This is because people literally just buried their own people in their backyard, or they were like, hey, outside the city limits, goodbye. But it wasn't until the 19th century until people were like, hey, wait a minute, why don't we get buried at the church, in the yard? But then obviously more people wanted to get buried in churches, so that's how cemeteries came around. In the 18th century, graves were covered with iron cages and stones. Now this wasn't really for decoration, this was to keep animals out and, yeah, people from sitting on the graves. Ow, I got a cage up my butt. In the year 2000, the funeral industry had its own Y2K problem. This is because in the United States, 500,000 people pre-ordered graves that had like 1990 blank blank because they thought, I gotta die before that. Back in the Civil War days, a lot of gravestones were made out of wood and only cost $1.73. Still quite expensive. And the only reason marble came into practice is because wood deteriorates. I don't know why it took them so long to figure that one out. Now you're probably wondering, wait a minute, unmarked graves, what does this actually mean? Unmarked graves usually mean the person was either A, bad, B, a criminal, C, just wanted to be anonymous, or D, was a pauper. Now although when you think of fame, you probably think of vanity and people being like, oh, I love this person so much, even after death, I want to be known forever. But there have been some famous people who have been buried in unmarked graves. You've got John Wayne, George C. Scott, Frank Zappa, Roy Orbison, Mozart, and one of my personal favorites, John Belushi, the animal. The sayings on gravestones are called epitaphs, and these were administered warnings of certainty of death. But then some people just had some different points of view towards death, so epitaphs changed. Here lies Dave. He was stupid enough to chase a bear into a cave. Most graves point east. This is because American settlers wanted to have their feet facing towards the east. So when the sun rose, they became reborn. Gravestones with animals on them have meaning. If you see a lamb on there, it probably means it's a child. In the 1840s, the obelisk became common, pretty much because Egyptian culture became kind of interesting, and they couldn't really afford to have these giant sculptures of themselves because they were rather expensive. Not all cemeteries are actually for the dead. Forest Lawn in South Carolina is a museum with rotating exhibits and special music and art festivals. Most cemeteries nowadays do not allow you to do paper rubbing. Because of acid rain and erosion, they want you to take a photo instead. Different types of stones used in a gravestone represented different classes. So if you had like marble, you were not poor. Alright. In Sagada, Philippines, they don't bury their dead. Instead, they hang them off of cliffs. This is to keep animals from eating them. And last but not least, it is said that the Coconut Grove Cemetery was the inspiration for Michael Jackson's Thriller. Because it's Thriller, Thriller night. Anyways guys, that is our FTD facts about graveyards, cemeteries, gravestones, anything spooky, creepy crawly related. But thanks for watching guys. If you guys like our videos, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that typical YouTube thing, and of course tune in throughout the week for FTD News, and join me on the weekends for FTD Facts. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I've been Dave Wapple, and I'm gonna dig myself a grave.